Testing 1, 2, and we are live. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'm on the wrong page. Today is a special celebration. I'm trying to get something new working on my stream. You'll probably have noticed I'm switching back to OBS currently because I'm trying to get something done. But today we will celebrate kind of a major milestone in a YouTuber's career as I hit 5,000 subscribers. It's taken several years to do so, and I thank you for joining me along this journey, and it's because of you that I've got to this point. So as far as what's been going on this week in Splinterlands, a lot of times I say, hey, there's a lot to talk about. Well, guess what? This week there is a real lot to talk about. If you saw the town hall and took part in the town hall this past week, there's just lots of news, lots of stuff, new stuff that we can talk about this week. So just think about what you want to, talk about, and go ahead and put it in the chat. It doesn't look like I was trying to put a widget in OBS and get the chat to pop up. It looks like it's not working yet. So maybe I'll have to keep working on that. But we'll go ahead and dive into chat. I will say that we will have a few giveaways today. So in celebration of 5,000 subscribers, we will have at least one Arena Fanatic given away. Plus, we will probably have some others. So stay tuned and pay attention, and take part in chat. So let's dive in and see what everybody wants to talk about. Crypto Beaver's here. Welcome, Crypto Beaver. Thanks for hanging out. Good morning. Congrats on 5K subscribers. Well, thanks for being one of them. Doombot's here. Congrats, or congrats. Thanks for dropping by and being part of the discussion. Gathering the Magic is here, has been with me pretty much since the beginning. I appreciate the camaraderie and, going back and forth once in a while. Gathering the Magic, I watch your channel as well. So if you are new to Splinterlands, check out Gathering the Magic's channel. He does a lot of, looking at the game by the numbers, cards and land and such like that. So Lady Sharon is here, and Power Daz is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Lady Sharon says, good morning. Congratulations on the 5K. I just listened to your other video. I have questions. I'm guessing the town hall was Thursday. Yes, it was Thursday evening. It was 7 o'clock p.m. here in Eastern time. They kind of rotate them around to kind of, everybody's in a different time zone. So some time zones are going to be good for you. Some are bad. I watched it on the replay. I did not hit this live because with my timing during the day, I come home and I do a video, and then I sit down and I eat with my daughter and my wife, and it was kind of during that time period, and I didn't get to see it, take part in live, but thereafter, and kind of listened to half of it that evening thereafter, and then half of it the next day while I was doing other things. So I will just say that there's lots of stuff going on, and yes, I just did put a video out. The video went live at like 10 o'clock about an hour and a half ago. I made the mistake of a couple weeks ago putting a video live while, make it go live, planning it for while I was online, and that just didn't really work out well because YouTube looks the statistics of that first hour is really important of when your video goes live. And if it's very popular during that first hour, then it keeps pushing it out more and more. If it's not, it kind of sinks off. So anyway, I changed my timing on that one. So yeah, we can talk about that. There were so many topics from the town hall that they talked about that are going to, not immediately, but soon in that, that umbrella soon come into the game, that I felt that was a very popular topic to put that out. And there was a couple different other things that kind of wove in with that. If you didn't see it, I just put out a video on the topic of the new... when the new reward set comes in, okay, it's going to be changed up a little bit. The standard foil cards are still going to be soulbound, but the special foil cards like gold foil, black foil, and both arcane versions are going to be unlocked. That's a huge thing. And then I also talked about the new unlocking scrolls, which kind of is part of that discussion. So after this, make sure to check out that video. Let's see. Gathering says, I have started a new series documenting how you can build your SPS and voucher bags by playing in Frontier. We'll track how much I earn in a month. Yeah, that's always interesting. But you know what I see? I see that Frontier is popular. However, I think the prices, as with any set, that the longer it's been out, the more volume that's on the market, the prices are going to go down, and you might make more here, and then like a month later you're making half as much. But that's all the marketing, right? You know, so but with that said, the same idea applies when the new reward set comes out, right? Because you know, you get one of those rewards and you continue to earn. Now, keep in mind, also on that same idea, is that they're pulling in the whole idea. Let's jump over to Frontier. Okay, so you've got the Frontier draws that appear that happen on a weekly basis that everybody's been enjoying. They're bringing that to Wild and Modern. Okay, that same idea. This seems like it was just a trial kind of thing. They threw it into Frontier to see how it worked. Worked well. People liked it, so they're bringing it into Wild and Modern. However, there's going to be a small fee on that, 250 DEC, you know, per, I guess, week, I guess. But the same idea. You play in Wild and Modern, you win your points on a daily basis, win 5 or whatever it turns out to be, get your entries, which the entries can also be bought with Glint, you know, so there's a lot of stuff going on around this, a lot of good changes, I think. Let's see here. Our Faded Glory is here. Welcome, OFG. Lady Sharon says, I guess my big question is, I've been waiting and waiting for the current reward set to lower in price for unlocking because that's what I really want to sell. I'll figure out the newer stuff later. Well, they're not going, yeah, that'll, you know what? They did say that the price was going to lower. I'm not sure at what point. But that's also another topic because they said the next set, the new set, is going to be lower unlocking fees, basically. So there's the idea of you can now get the unlocking scrolls through a variety of manner. You can, if you got land, you can make them. If you've got, you can get them in chests. And you can buy them and sell them on the market. So there's a variety of way of getting those. Of course, getting those scrolls, those only apply to Conclave Arcana and forward, not the older ones though. So, but they are reducing the unlocking fees because I've said this several times. I just didn't really want to beat a dead horse. I haven't really unlocked many cards at all because the fees are relatively high, especially if you want to go in and unlock one of those legendaries. Whew. Okay. Let's see what is going on in chat. Lady Sharon says, I'm really disappointed that the new scroll thing won't work on the current rebellion from what I understand from your video. That's correct. But there's a standard, there's a reason behind that because people have paid the high prices to unlock the cards. And then if they turned around and let people use the unlocking scrolls on it, it would shoot those people in the foot that actually paid to unlock those cards in the first place. So they have to pick a starting point and then go forward with it. So this is a good starting point, the new set, and that's the reason, right? So think about it this way. If you know, a couple months ago paid a bunch of money to unlock some cards, and then all of a sudden people were able to unlock those for free, how would you feel? You know, that's the idea. Okay, Emmy Wanty is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I've been catching a few of your live streams. Bananas says, congrats on 5,000. Well, thanks a lot, Bananas. Thanks for being part of it. Gathering the Magic says, "Are Faded, are you going to rebuild your YouTube channel?" Yeah, that was an interesting topic this week. He lost his YouTube channel. I don't know what the status of that is, but he says, "Yeah, I'll probably get it back onto it when the mowing season ends." Ivan S is in the house. Yo, 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 Bronze. Saw your post on Discord, so I'm here. Well, thanks for dropping by. Congrats on the milestone. Yep, it's taken more than 3 years to reach that. I'm not one of those guys that can jump on here and say, how to get 100,000 subscribers in 5 minutes. Yeah, it took me more than 3 years to get 5,000 subscribers, so. You know what we need to do? We need to kick this shindig off. In the chat, I want you to put a hashtag, my standard SPS to the moon, and get your name in on a drawing. And you may be asking yourself, hey, what would Bronze Dragon give away on a special 5,000 subscriber episode of the Saturday Morning Stand-Up featuring chat about Splinterlands? Well, Bronze Dragon is giving away 5,000 SPS. I'm doing 5 giveaways during this episode. This will be the first one. Each winner gets 1,000 SPS. You have to be a Splinterlands player. You have to have a Hive name so I can send it to. But hashtag SPS to the moon in the chat and get your name in on 1,000 SPS drawing. Yes, I will be giving away 5,000 SPS. You know, during this hour and a half, whatever it ends up being. Hashtag SPS in the SPS to the moon in the chat and get your name in on a drawing. And let me start typing. And yes, I'm excited. This is not sponsored by the Splinterlands team, although they did give me some of those Arena Fanatics to give away. This is out of my pocket. Okay, there we go. If you're in the chat right now, hashtag SPS to the moon. Get your name in on the drawing. Anybody not see their name up there? Want it up there? I'm counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do a couple shuffles. 1, 2, or 5, 3, 4, 5. And here we go. Keep your fingers crossed. Let me get my notepad out here so I can take notes. And it is PowerDaz. PowerDaz wins the first 1,000 SPS. PowerDaz, in the chat, put your Hive name or your Splinterlands name. So congratulations, PowerDaz. You won the first 1,000 SPS. Just waiting for him to reply, him or her to reply. And then we'll go back to chat. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because some people have different YouTube names than, Hive. Okay, let's jump back into chat. Congratulations, PowerDaz. Appreciate it. Trying to find my place back in chat. Banana says, everyone, you can ask AI questions about the town hall right on YouTube. It's surprisingly good. Yeah, that's been improved. I saw Tails put up, yeah, it was Tails put up a video that was using one of the AI Google Notebook or something like that. I did at one time, but it's been a while. It sounds like it's vastly improved. So with all the information, yeah, I started to do a video about all the different things. I'm like, man, if I talked about all this stuff, my video would be an hour long. You know me, I like to elaborate on things. And I get people all the time telling me your videos are too long. And I'm like, well, guess what? I like to talk about the topic, right? Try to give out some information. But I'm like, well, I should just kind of narrow it down, pick out what I thought was most important. And that's the episode that went live today. So Ivan S. says, don't forget, Dragon, that gold foils will be much more rare and not available in the glint shop. Oh, so I did not hear that they were pulling gold foil purchases out of the glint shop. I did not hear that. Can anybody, did anybody else hear that? Let's go into, because I know that Gathering likes to buy the gold foil picks, so to speak. Let's see here. Why can I not find it? Pickle rewards. It's under rewards. So you're telling me that under the next set, the gold foil rarity draws are going? I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. And also this week on the last airdrop, I got 3. I was very lucky because I only had one. One I was supposed to get, but I got 3. No gold foils, though. Gathering says, I did not hear anything about removing the gold foil draws from the glint shop. I wondered about that. I did hear that the gold foils will be limited. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Doombot says, I saw Dave say they wouldn't be any going into the shop. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Since they're unlocking them, if they were in the shop, think about, I'm trying to think this out. Tell me if my thinking is incorrect if you don't draw. Since they're unlocked at the draw, if they put them in the glint shop, then people could really abuse that by using all their glints just to buy the gold foils and then turning around and selling the cards. I think that's what they're thinking. So thanks for bringing that up, Ivan. I didn't even think about that and didn't even catch that. Gathering says, one thing people aren't realizing with Frontier is prices may rebound when those cards can be burnt for raffle entries to keep the supply lower. Possibly. Anything's possible, right? Let's go back to items, card collection. Close. Reset. I guess it would be under promo. No, it wouldn't be under promo. I guess they're under core now. It was a legendary. And of course, they talked about the new card and the Halloween skins. I'm pretty pumped about that. This is what we were talking about. Zarin the Scorch. I got 3. I combined it. I'm thinking about getting 3 more. Was waiting to see what the prices are going to do, which is usually a bad thing, but let's see. They're going down, actually. So I need 3 more copies to go ahead and bring that up to level 3. So this has Phase Ward, and then at level 3, it picks up 2 new powers at level 3. It picks up Camo and Cleanse Rear Guard. So that's kind of interesting. We could also talk about the skins. So they're going to put out a special Halloween edition of the skins. I thought about that because Oradum Greybrow was one of the ones that they have a special skin for. Also, I like the Frankenstein version of the Vicious Giraffe. Yeah, I like that Vicious Giraffe. Gathering says, plus the gold foils give bonuses in modern. Correct, yeah. Um, Gathering says the gold foils are being given away. I'm loading up on those. I have concentrated on, oh, just kind of a side note there. The offset of us coming to the end of this set is that if you're not complete with your set, which I'm not quite complete with, you need to kind of focus in on what you want to get completed out of the Rebellion set. Come on, I reset that. Let's go to Rebellion Rewards and go on regular foil. So the only part I'm really lacking is legendary. The other three parts, I actually went into epic. You have completed your 100 battles to be ranked on the wild. Oh, nice. I'm ranked on the wild leaderboard. Dismiss. That's nice. Has it? I know I'm jumping back and forth. Has anybody who plays in Wild noticed that the payouts have really went up this season for some reason? You know, and I'm talking like double. They're double. You know, in prior seasons, I've only been getting like 5 SPS for a win, 5 to 6, and now I've been getting 10 to 11. You know, I don't know the reason why. I haven't looked at, like, you know, how sometimes, who is it? Aftersound a lot of times will look at the amount of people in Wild and the number of matches played and stuff. I haven't done that, but over the last couple of days, I've noticed this. In fact, I shot Gathering a message, and I'm like, "Have you been playing in Wild?" And he's like, "I haven't been playing in Wild forever," but I thought I'd mention that. Um, Ivan says, that's why I sold my regular Frontier Summoners to buy gold foil of some level of the same price. I haven't really, I leveled up my Frontier to level 2. And to be frank with you, I've not been playing Frontier a lot. I've got a lot going on. What I have been doing is continuing to buy the gold foil packs. In fact, let's see here. I need to buy my weekly gold foil pack. And I didn't put enough credits in there to... I forgot to put credits in to buy my gold foil pack this week, so I'm putting credits in. I don't think there's any personal information that pops up, but I just err on the side of caution. I usually remember, but I was, the whole period before I went live, I was messing around with this widget in OBS to try to get, you know, when you see streamers and you see the comments go up on the side. I'm still trying to get that to work. And as you can see, it's not working. So let's go into the shop. And my whole point was that I've been playing gold foil matches for my guild brawls. That's been my focus lately. And I have had to buy alchemy packs to do that. Or that's, I don't have to do that, right? I could buy singles, right? But I've just been, just for the heck of it, to hopefully once get another black foil, right? Okay, let's go ahead and open it. Go ahead and cross your fingers for me. Do I have enough? Yeah, I have enough potions. And I'm trying to get my chat screen back up here. I guess live streaming comes natural to some people, like second nature. To me, it's a lot of finagling with stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and open up a alchemy pack. Yeah, I had thought about giving away some packs on this stream, but then I'm like, let's just give away something everybody can use. Everybody's using different types of packs lately. Let's just give away some SPS. Okay, here's my pack. Oh, well, there's an epic and there's a rare, and then the gold foil is common. So let's go ahead and open the two commons. Let's open the rare. Oh, nice, a Razzie Clank Trap. And here's the epic, which is a Warwall Juggernaut, and the gold foil is a Fenmore Gorgon. No black foils. Dun, dun, dun. Need to get that sound effect. Let's go over here to card collection and just check out my Conclave Arcana core. I got a epic Warwall Juggernaut. So I can't quite make the second level yet. So it picks up a damage. Okay, I was just checking that out. Okay, let's go back to chat, see what everybody's up to. Emmy Wanty says, there are so many cards that I doubt you will make much, if any, profit. People will sell unlock like 5% DEC profit, and you can easily get stuck not able to sell. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, you know, there's a few popular cards that go against this, but you pay to unlock the card, and then there's a slight bit of profit you can make, right? But not a whole lot. But profit's profit, you know. And if there was a huge amount, like I said, I think that from what they said, they've looked at the unlocking price, and in combination with that being brought down some and the new unlocking scrolls, I think it should make a lot easier to go ahead and unlock the new cards. And if you noticed, they talked about several different items that will be more usage for Glint. In other words, so that the people that were, you know, piling up Glint had something to use it on. And also new people playing the game that are earning, anybody that's earning Glint. Let's see here. Lady Sharon says, oh, I forgot that you could use Glint to buy gold foils straight. Now you can. So if you want some gold foils, you better get them now. The ones I have for the current set are all regular draws and luck. Doombot says, thanks. I think all pre-minted from gold foil upwards. Yeah, I do remember he said that. So that would make sense, and that would tie in, right? Beaker said, do you repair your wagons? Yeah, I had to, and I saw people talking about the prices. The price is relatively high to repair wagons. I got 3 cards, so I had to make 3 repair kits. So, yeah, it is relatively high to repair, but, you know, I think I saw a listing from, I forget who it was, that said that it was more expensive to repair the wagons than what the card was worth. I don't know if that's true, but Lady Sharon says, it makes sense if the gold foils on new set will be unbound, that they should only be part of the random and not guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, Ivan says that it's in the town hall questions. If you didn't know, you can at any point go, even if it's not, the town hall isn't live, you can go to the town hall questions channel on the Splinterlands Discord, and you can ask a question, and then a member of the team will probably get back to you, you know, not right then, but whenever they get to the questions. They've been pumping up their trying to go ahead and answer questions in that channel a lot more frequently. Once again, a big difference between most games, right? Most games, you don't have a direct connection to the development team and can ask them questions, right? So Yeah, Ivan says all gold foils and black foils and arcanes will have a finite print run right up front. They're minted out, and that's that. Whenever the thing starts. Banana says I bought a black foil foundation card for $7 yesterday. You bought a black foil for $7? Unless I'm thinking BF means something else. Gathering says Clayboy just confirmed that the gold rarity draws will be gone for the new reward set. Yeah, I wonder what the print cap for the gold foils will be. Hard to get. Ivan says it will be much rarer, according to Dave. Yeah, not sure. So, going forward, my strategy of playing gold foil in the guild brawls may go away because I don't have enough gold foils to play in the guild brawls other than, the ones that I draw out of my weekly pack draw, right? So I may have to go back to playing regular matches. I was hoping for the new set to get some gold foils to be able to pump up my... because I took the gold foil phrase because those are the harder ones in the guild to fill, right? So I'm like, I've been around for a while. Let me just try with this new set to just fill one of those phrase and give one of the other easier, the regular standard foil phrase to somebody else that hadn't been around as long. Not that I'm doing really well because we're on the top tier as far as competition and it's pretty stiff. So the competition is. Okay, you know what it is? It's a little bit afternoon. So once again, everybody in the chat, and PowerDaz is out of this since he won. In the chat, put hashtag SPS to the moon and get your name in on a drawing for 1,000 SPS. Hashtag SPS to the moon. And then we'll jump back into chat. If you're just joining us, thanks. We are celebrating my 5,000 subscriber mark. And it's thanks to you all for being part of the channel and coming back. 128, I believe. I think this is episode 128. That's right. Almost like 3 years in a row of on every Saturday talking Splinterlands. Always something to talk about. And yes, this might go more than an hour. Because there's plenty to talk about today. Okay, one more time. If you would like to get your name in on the drawing, put hashtag SPS to the moon. Hey, Ghostly BG is here. Okay, here we go. Just allowing a couple more seconds. Okay, thanks for dropping by and celebrating with me. If it wasn't for you guys joining the chat and everything, I wouldn't have hit this mile marker, so to speak. Okay, 5 shuffles. Oh, our Faded Glory just got in on it. Okay, shuffle, 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 shuffle. That's 5 shuffles and a spin. And who is it this time? Oh, it's Emmy Wanty. If you all haven't dropped by his stream, he streams over on Twitch, streams Splinterlands, play and discussion. Okay, Emmy Wanty, I need your Hive name, your Splinterlands name, so I can send it to you. And I will be sending this out after the chat, or after everything, after the show's over. So I'm just waiting on Emmy's Hive name. Okay, so it's the same. Okay. Well, like I said, this is the second of 5. So we will go ahead and go back to our regular chat. Congratulations. So that's 1,000 SPS going out so far to Powered As and Emmy Wanty. Once again, frequent contributors and people on my channel as far as the live streams go. So congratulations. Let's scroll back up into chat and dive back in. So I really was digging the Halloween skins for the cards. You know, I've been a firm believer. I love the Halloween, or I love the holiday events in games, like in WoW and different other games where you can jump in and you can earn different kind of it's usually like a skin or some kind of artwork or a special thing. It's usually not overpowering, and it usually doesn't give your account a huge amount of power or anything like that, but it's something to have fun with. And in this case, they announced several skins that will be coming out for Halloween, and it is on the idea of they're working toward. They used to have an old set of skins, and it's the same kind of thing. They're not going to give any special power to your cards other than give them a different look. And they're going to be permanent. So I'm guessing that you can turn, like the old skins, you can turn the skins on and off when you want. So you can have them on during Halloween and thereafter. If you want to keep them on at all time, then I guess you can keep them on at all times if you want to. But I saw some cool looking skins on the town hall. So Ivan goes on to about the gold foils. Says not sure about the number. So when we see gold foil, it's going to be way more exciting, which also means that when you're looking at guild brawls, which you can see I did not do well. I don't do well. Ever since we got in the top tier, I was doing fine in level 4, and I had good ratings. But going up to level 5, level 5, I do what I can do, and I fill my slot, right? But whenever we cross over into the new, I can foresee when we cross over into the new set, it's going to be harder and harder, especially with the gold foil modern brawls. It's going to be harder and harder to fill those, because those gold foils are going to be extremely rare, right? So that's just kind of a side effect. I'm not saying I dislike the new system. I like the new system, but a side effect is going to be those gold foil guild brawls are going to be harder to fill. Modern. Of course, with Wild, you can use anything, but Emmy Wante said, did they say if the unlock cost for the regular foil will be cheaper? Yes. Sometimes we just need like 2 copies of level, so it'd be nice to be more realistically priced. Yes. They said that they are re-examining the unlock price of the regular foils. They didn't say any, obviously they're not going to give out numbers at this point, but they did say it was going to be reduced. Gathering says, I won't be selling any gold foils, even though I will be able to. Yeah, I mean, they have other uses, right? If you're relatively new to the game, if you pick up a gold foil, obviously one of the advantages is it doesn't start out at level 1. It starts out at level 2 or 3, The second thing, which means that if you are playing in lower, bronze or silver, then you pull a gold foil, you've got a very usable card right out, right? But also you get a bonus percentage when you win as far in modern or wild, right? Because you get that extra percentage for using a gold foil, extra 5% per card, something like that. Ivan says, Emmy, it's going to be easy enough because you'll get potions, new ones to unlock them. Yeah, I like the idea of the potions. It will make unlocking cards easier. And I will mention that they said a couple different things, 2 or 3 different things that they're adding to chests, right? And this is going to be one of them. So we got to the point where I haven't bought a lot of chests because I felt that the card picks were a better choice for me because I just wanted the cards, right? Later on in the season, the chest could give you some energy and some other things, but there hasn't been enough that come out of the chest that enticed me and made me think that the value was good enough to use my glint on the chest. But now there's going to be several other things added, and it's going to be like a grab bag, several different good prizes available. And if you want those prizes, then you can decide whether you want to spend your glint on chests. Banana says, I need 3 specific BCX of legendaries. I might just buy them and save my glint from now on. I was going to say that. That's what I did for my epics. I had a few I was missing for epics, and I had most of my epics were maxed out. And I had like 3 of my epics that weren't quite maxed out. And I'm like, I don't want to blow a bunch of my glint with all this upcoming stuff on trying to max out those 3. So I just went on the market and I spent like, I don't know, $10 or something, and I maxed out my epics. Now, I'm still not maxed out on my legendaries, and I need to make a video this week on, let's go to Rebellion, Reward, regular foil legendaries. So you can see that I have some maxed out, but most of them I don't have maxed out. And the prices of those on the market are kind of cost prohibitive. So like if I wanted, this is a level 2, but if I wanted to unlock this, it would cost 50,000 DEC for a level 2 Frigid Wolf, which is what, $45, something like that, $42, I don't know. But they're re-examining, and I'm probably just going to pour some glint into trying to max these out. But frankly, if I don't max them out, I might go in and max out. I really like Grifsy, and I don't have that maxed out. I would probably do that. I really like Chaos Battle Mage. I use that quite a lot, usually in all range matches. I like Sarinth, but I don't use that a whole lot because I don't play Dragon a whole lot. I would love to, but I just don't have the proper summoners to do it really well, especially in Modern, right? So I'll probably pour some glint into trying to advance these, but I'm not going to go overboard, right? Because I want to have some glint left over. I want to have a little bit of glint saved up for when all this new stuff, especially when the Halloween skins. I want those Halloween skins. At least a few of them, right? Kind of like the Christmas, was it Christmas? Yeah, we had Christmas skins, last time around. I see a few people talking about Xbot being down currently. Gathering says, nope, not selling. I'm a collector. Yeah, I haven't sold a whole lot. Oh, I went back and forth and I didn't know whether I should show anybody, but I'm going to show you what the team sent me this week. Just for chugging along and being a streamer of Splinterlands for so long, they sent me over a gold foil Arena Fanatic. I'm kind of thinking that if I had a helmet like that, that would kind of be me. But I got a gold foil Arena Fanatic. Now, it's level 2. I don't know if I'll be able to use it for much, but except for collecting, but it's nice to have. So Thanks to the team for that. Speaking of that, you know what? Let's give away a regular a regular foil Arena Fanatic. Now everybody can be in on this drawing. Hashtag Arena Fanatic in the chat. Get your name in on a Arena Fanatic draw. And also out to Tails, I see that they've changed how they're doing the draws. Not draws, but the allocation of points, how they started with Twitch. And now if you view on Twitch, you still can earn glint, but the draws are just being handed out randomly. So that's interesting. I think that was just learned. Anybody can enter this. If you won the SPS early, you can still enter for this. You do have to have a Splinterlands account or a Hive name to get this. It is a card. It is a NFT. So. Hey, Druid's Blood's here. Welcome. Okay, just making sure nobody's on here twice. Okay, here we go. Let's shuffle it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And cross your fingers. Here it goes. One BCX regular foil Arena Fanatic goes to Crypto Beaver. Hey, Crypto Beaver, drop your Hive name in chat now. And I got my notepad out, taking notes. I will send the gifts after the show. Okay, just waiting on the Beaver. They talked about the Beaver card again, so hopefully we get a Beaver card sooner or later. People have been talking about that for a long time. Okay. Win Beaver. Exactly. Okay. Okay, let's go back into chat. I know I'm way behind in chat, but I'm just trying to address everybody's, what everybody wants to talk about. Gathering says, even though I love the gold rarity draws, I am excited they are going away to make gold foils special again. Ivan replied, yeah, for a while they were nothing special except for collection and earning a bit more with them, but now it's drastically changing. Emmy1T says, if you're using credits, you should be buying off the third-party market. Probably. But it's just one pack a week. Most of what I buy when I'm buying actually cards or lands, I'm on the third-party market. Like I've been using Monster Market a lot because I get that extra DEC back. And speaking of that, I was this week testing the whole new usage of the base network. Um, so you can see here that they announced it a while back. And I went through it. I've used it about 3 times now over the last week to kind of get used to it. I'll probably make another video about it, although that last video I did about bringing money into the game, actually buying SPS or DEC, didn't do really well. I thought it would be interesting, and I thought it would be helpful for new players. I'll probably do another video on how to use base, but it's a little bit different. Like if you are using like Ethereum or something like that, and you're using that, then the whole idea is to buy Ethereum on Coinbase and then transfer it to your MetaMask wallet, then transfer it to your TribalDex wallet, sell it for Hive or trade it for, SPS or DEC, and then bring that in the game. The whole idea of using base network is a little bit different. It's actually easier. You can only get SPS with it, but it cuts out a couple of those steps in that right on Coinbase, and you have to attach to your wallet once again. You buy like the dollar coin. What is it? The dollar coin. I forget what is it. USDT, and then you convert it in your wallet to SPS, and then you can just bring it right in here straight into game by using the transfer button, and then using selecting base, and then so I'm going to do a video about it. I just thought it was interesting. It's a little bit different idea than it just does not even involve TribalDex. It does not even involve that. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. I've been up to a lot of things this week. Banana says, I would not unlock a card just to sell it. It's a total gamble. Tail says, burning excess cards for Glint, even with survival, will be a thing. Yeah, I heard them mention that. I didn't hear any details about it. So, but more options is better than less options, right? Ivan asks to Tails, you think people will try to get gold foils ASAP or just the new set in general? So that's why burning cards, excess cards, So Snowball says, I'm planning to burn all my excess reward cards for Glint when the new cards come out. Interesting. You're not going to play with the set. You're just going to burn it all. So pretty wild. Tails says, Gold Foil Rush will happen as they are limited. Probably first 2 batches on chests will be mandatory for those with Glint save. Interesting, but they're still going to have a very low drop rate. Obviously they didn't put the numbers out, but I would imagine it's going to be very, and I'm wondering, will they allow you to use potions to improve your odds? Oh, you know what? In the chat, hashtag SPS to the moon. Get your name in on the drawing for 1,000 SPS. Yes, we're going long. Hashtag SPS to the moon. If you're just tuning in, we're having a special celebration here. I went over 5,000 subscribers last night, so we're having a bit of a celebration here. Thanking everybody for joining in on the chat on Saturdays. Episode 128 in a row. That's right. Been covering Splinterlands on Saturdays for almost 3 years now. This will be giveaway number 3. Hey, DeFizz is here. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm not doing it when I hit 50K gathering, if I do. Yeah, I mean, I figure there's not too many, we're in a very, if you cover Splinterlands and play to earn games on YouTube, it's a very like small niche compared to a lot of other people. So I'm just happy when I meet like a milestone like that. So Ivan says when he hits 50K subs and if SBS explodes, nothing will be expensive. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, we've been all talking about what to do with the SPS and how to extend the game. That's always been a big topic as well. Hey, Phantom Cloud's in the house. Phantom Cloud's a new player. Came in a week or two ago. Okay, here we go. Let's do 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a spin. Cross your fingers. And, oh, Karen just missed it. Sudion is the winner. Sudion, please put your Hive name in the chat, or your Splinterlands name in the chat, so I know who to spin this for. And once again, this is out of my pocket. Just saying thanks for watching the shows and everything. Oh, DeFizz says, trying my best to boost our blueprints and Golem Overlord. Yeah, that is truly the choke point that he put in there. Really needs to be changed, but he's not really doing a whole lot of work on the game anymore. So, okay, so Sudion is your Hive name as well. Now, I just clicked on this name. Who was the last winner of 1,000? Come on. I clicked on the name and it just deleted itself. I've got PowerDaz and Sudion. Who is the second winner who won? I'm sorry, I clicked on it and it deleted it for some reason. Speak up in the chat. I know you're still here. Yeah, I know. I should have a better way to... I should just write it down. I should just go old school. Damn computers. Oh, Crypto Beaver. No, Crypto Beaver won the Fnatic. ME1T, yeah. Okay, I got it written down now. I'll send these out after. Yeah, I mean, doing these all these giveaways just makes a, a live stream more exciting, but it also increases the odds of me making a mistake because there's many moving parts. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's 3,000 SPS given away so far, and once again, thanks for everybody dropping by. I also want to give a plug in there. Please consider becoming a member of the channel. If you click that member button, you can go with the $3 option or the $5 option. And the $5 option supports me on a monthly basis. You become a Dragonflight member, but you also get to see my videos up to 12 hours or more early. And a lot of it's just to keep me going. So I want to appreciate those people who are members of the channel, though. So, okay, that's 3,000 given away. Let's jump back into chat. What's everybody think about those Halloween skins? Maybe we could talk a little bit more about the scrolls. The scrolls where you can unlock the soulbound cards. What's everybody think about those? Let's jump back into chat and see what people are talking about. OFG says Buns, Bags, and Caps is having a big birthday bash, I believe, later on today. Yeah, I saw him talking about that on chat, just so everybody knows. So make plans if you have time to stop by and wish him a happy birthday over on Twitch. And he's having, and he scheduled a tournament. So maybe more than one tournament. I'm not sure. I remember he was on chat the other day talking about the scheduling the tournament, though. So take part in a tournament, win some stuff. Wish him a happy birthday. Snowball says Dave McCoy will be popping in on the Bun stream too. Nice. Special guest. Special guest Dave McCoy. I like Dave. I like straight shooters, and he seems like a straight shooter to me. I dislike people who... I dislike dealing with people who are like... you can kind of get this feeling that they're just giving you a load of BS. That's exactly opposite of what I get off of Dave. Crypto Beaver says, hit that like button, folks. Free and fun for everyone. Yes, please do. As always, please hit that like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would appreciate it. Ivan says, with new announcements, I can't afford to buy any more legendary draws. Not for these cards. Got to save up. Glenn, that's a good point. I mean, I was thinking seriously about when we were talking earlier, which of these cards I really, I want Rebellion rewards. Which of the legendaries I really want. You know what I mean? I've talked about this a number of times. I consider the epics really stronger than the legendaries. Not that the legendaries are bad in this set. I love Arachne Weaver. I love Thanalorian Blade. Halfling Refugee shines. Olivia the Brook. Great cards all around. I think the weak part, maybe because I don't play them a lot, is Kazi Karnger and Shock Trooper. Obviously, they come into play when you have that rule set of, where you get rid of the Electrified and the Incendiary. But I think they're stronger overall than the legendary. So not that I dislike these, because you have a full selection of cards that you can get in for 1 mana, because, 1 mana cards come in handy a lot, especially in lower levels, right? Until you get in higher levels and you don't get those low mana matches that often. Obviously, they come in handy there. But, out of this set, I like the Death Ranger. And like I said, I like the Chaos Battle Mage. The others, I can't say that I've used a whole lot. I use Gallicus once in a while, Grifsy once in a while, and a lot of times, these 1 mana cards come in handy if you've got very low mana matches. But yeah. So, but back to the point, I think that you'd have to consider at this point. I'm considering, where do I want to spend Glint on finishing off these legendaries? If I was completionist, I'm a collector, I'm thinking, yeah, I probably want to complete them. But I have... How much do I have? I have a little bit over 1 million, which sounds like a lot. But whenever you start to go in and pay $35,000 per draw, doesn't end up to be a whole lot. So, okay, back into chat. And yes, I know I'm going over. Oh, well. It's because we're having draws, and the draws, those little period of times when I'm doing draws, takes away from the chat. So Beaker says, if I recall correctly, the unlock cost of Rebellion will go down. Oh, so they are reducing unlock cost across the board. I heard them talk about reducing unlock costs. I thought that just pertained to the new cards. That'll be interesting if it also pertains to the older cards too. I would like it, but it didn't make that connection in my brain. If I recall, okay, so Rebellion will go down to 10% for a while, just like the Chaos Soulbound. Our Faded Glory says skins are going to be very rare, it seems. I hope not. I hope I can buy some skins with the I think they said that they would be in chests, but I'm hoping that they come up in the Glint store. Ivan says how it was with Twitch Arena Fanatic in my time zone is you had to have it full-time job to try and watch streams, and you still couldn't get a single. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's some little different issues with that whole set. The whole how it was working, and they're making changes. They saw what was wrong, and they're making changes. So that's about the best I can say. It took me a long time to get that first full BCX, and it was almost I don't want to say impossible, but it was a full-time job. I knew the amount of hours was going to be pretty high, but that combined, and I could see where there were some time zones where there just wasn't anybody streaming during those time zones. So if, say, for instance, you lived outside of the standard time zones of the United States, it'd be incredibly hard to go ahead and get multiple BCX, let alone having enough BCX to combine of the card to make it, leveled up, HBK says, how about for every 500 or 1,000 diamonds you collect to turn it into... HBK, that's tomorrow's stream. That's a different game. We can talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, Lady Sharon points that out. Lady Sharon also talks about, while it's completely random on the Twitch, not completely random, people are supposed to engage with the streamer. Yeah, we try to, but as a streamer, if I've got so many people on the stream, there's not a really great way of keeping track of who is actually interacting and who's not. There is on Twitch, because it's built into the program. But in YouTube, it's all kind of in my brain. So that's why I put it, for random draws. Ivan S. says, when we talking about for new voucher card? I don't know. They were talking about it. In fact, they had mentioned it and started talking about, I don't have artwork. Let's see if I can pull that up. I don't have the new artwork of the new card. I know somebody was talking about it in chat earlier. I was just seeing if I could grab it really quickly. Oh, I can't find it. Where's that artwork when you want it? Oh, here it is. There's that new card they were talking about. Now, Dar, that's the name. Interesting. Now, it is a gnome, but you can see that it has a very high casting cost. Obviously, that would probably only fit in a 100, a very high mana match, right? But look at that health, 20 to 25 health. 25 health at the max. That's going to be the biggest card as far as I know, as far as health, when that comes out. So that's the new card they were talked about. Thanks for bringing that up. OFG signed off, went to the fair. Probably already gone since I'm so far behind in chat. Have a good time, though. Sudion says, I hope we get new Bloodline Archons in the reward set. That would be nice. However, I'm guessing that they're still going to stay with the same situation now, that they're not going to put Archons in the reward set. I think the whole idea, back in... I think the whole idea of having Archons in the reward set led to some other abuses from massive bot farms. So I think that's one of the reasons. Tell me in chat if you think I'm wrong, but I think they won't have any Archons in the reward set. And Doombot says that same thing. And Banana says that too. And Gathering says that. So, yeah, everybody back me up. Lady Sharon says, "Oh, I do that too. Playing the burning cards when units lose all abilities. Yeah, that's one of the pluses to playing those is play them when those abilities are stripped off of them." Southern Coin Hunters here. Money's 9 is here. Welcome. Southern Coin Hunter says, "Is this game on mobile?" It's on everything. Well, let me re-stipulate. It is on. You can play it in a browser, which means you can play it on anything. But they do have an app for Android, and it's been out for several months. They do have an app for iOS, which is also a news item this past week because, as we all know, if you've been following games trying to get iOS apps on the market, it takes quite a while longer to get on the iOS market. Anyway, it was announced that they finally got over that hurdle, and they're just clearing up some final things before the Splinterlands app goes live on iOS. So the answer is you can, after this goes, you can play it on anything in the browser, but if you want to play it in the app, you can now play it on Android, and in the near future, you can play it on iOS. Okay, let's see here. Let me look at my list. Hey, you know what my list says? It says that I need to give away another 1,000 SPS. So, in the chat, once again, hashtag SPS to the moon if you want to get your name in on the 4th drawing for 1,000 SPS. Yeah, Ivan, I haven't decided whether I want. I definitely want at least one BCX, right, to keep it in my collection. But I haven't decided whether I want to go ahead and level it up or not. Get enough to level up. Hey, Arnie's here. Welcome, Arnie. Emmy Wante says, "Can you use SPS to buy mini set packs?" Well, you could take your SPS over and convert it on tribal decks to DEC and then use DEC to buy whatever packs you want, if you wanted to. DeFizz says over 300,000 DEC to buy a max level DAR at the moment. Well, that's not me. I love these cool cards. We're here because we're card collectors, right? Card players, right? But yeah, that's too expensive for me. Oh, that's right. Emmy Wanty says the new mini set will be SPS. Okay, I see what your point is. Yeah, you could use it. I don't plan on participating in the new set very much. We'll see. I mean, if a card catches my eye, my common thing is I haven't been over the years. I haven't been a big pack buyer. Okay, most of the time, what I've done is I've picked out singles that I like and just buy them off the market. Although the market has generally changed a lot since Rebellion, and the number of card packs went down that were sold, right, as far as overall from Chaos Legion. So the actual amount of cards that are available are fewer, and that forces the prices up. So that in a lot of situations. That's why I've started buying packs again once in a while. So, okay, here we go. Let's shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we go. Cross your fingers. And Beaker takes home the 1,000 SPS. Beaker, in the chat, let me know what your hive name is. So once again, we are celebrating my 5,000, going over 5,000 subscribers on my channel. So I appreciate you being here. We're almost there, and I know we've went over by a fair amount, but what can I say? Lady Sharon says, except I don't see myself winning much SPS. I think I have 500. That's mine staked. Yeah, I mean, it just takes time. Keep in mind, we've been playing for years, you know, and I've been progressively buying a little bit here and a little bit there. You play for years on anything, and what you have in game just kind of mounts up slowly. And that's the name of the game. So your in-game name is Beaker 007. Okay, I got you down. Ivan says, I've tried playing Wild with no X-bot, but literally just Archmage bots are the only thing playing for me. Yeah, I use it to play. I use Archmage to play mine. I just didn't have the time to play so many times. My primary, the games I primarily play are my guild brawls, and I've also been doing, you know, playing around with the frontier mode as well. So that's what I've been up to lately. But I allow my Archmage to play 1 to 2 matches per hour to continually using up my energy. And I did like the fact that they added survival mode to the Archmage bot so that it can play and use up your energy, and then when it's out of energy in Wild, it can convert over and play in survival, which when, you know, they took survival mode down currently, but it's going to come back up in the relatively near future after they get everything changed over. I just looked at it and said, it'll play in survival. It'll do what it can do. It'll earn me a few extra SPS. That's the way I looked at it. Because now, when your cards are knocked out in survival and put on the bench, so to speak, and waiting for them to refresh, it doesn't affect your play in Wild. Before that went into effect, I didn't do that because I wanted my cards to be available to use up all my energy to get as much, you know, rewards as possible. Also, another thing, I don't know if you guys can answer this, but like I said, I allow this. Oh, here we go. Here's a match. We'll have to plays in Wild, right? But what I've noticed is this last couple days, 2 or 3 days, what I've been winning off of Wild has been a lot more than normal. So I'm wondering if there are just a lot fewer people playing in Wild. I don't know. It's like literally double. The winnings are double what I usually get. So I don't know any numbers attributed to that, though. Which is good for me. I mean, just the more SPS I make, the back towards clawing back, you know, you have to make back that whatever the 2,000 DEC you put in on a season by season basis. Everything on top of that's profit, right? Plus, you know, you get extra stuff out of it. So, you know, you open up your chests whenever you go up a league. It's always nice. I did get one nice. You know what? I had one nice set of chests this week. Whenever I went to Diamond 1, and I got like 4 legendaries out of it. 4 copies, that is. Ghostly BG says, I've saved up 5 million glint so far. Nice. It seems that won't be enough at all. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're trying to make. They're trying to make it so it's difficult to figure out what you want to spend your glint on. And they have to, it's a weird situation because they have to balance it out for people at the bottom and also people at the top. And it's a weird median that they got to hit, right? Because they got people like you that are sitting with 5,000, and probably, some people up higher than you probably got millions and sorry, not 5,000, but 5 million. People up higher than you have millions and millions and millions saved up. They've got to figure out, but that I'm guessing that percentage is a very small percentage of the players. So it's probably a very fine line that they got to hit there to make it not too easy for the higher ups and not too hard for the people down on the ladder. So. Ivan says, out of the legendaries, I got plenty with 15 BCX and got 2 of them with 2 or 3 BCX. Yeah. Snowball says, surely 5 millions is enough to get a lot of the reward cards. Probably, just depending upon how they're going to go about it. Like he said, maybe they might go in hardcore, or what Tails had said earlier, maybe they're going to go in hardcore on the chest trying to get gold foils. Emmy Wanty says, yes, the long time thought was 10 times unlock at new reward set and slowly comes back up to 20 times again. We will see if they keep the word. I would expect that things are going to be adjusted, Gathering says, wonder if the batch sizes will be smaller to keep people from maxing too early. Like I said, once again, it's a fine line. I've went this whole time and I'm still not even maxed out with my whole set, so, and there's top players that have been maxed out for a long time. So Ivan says, they spoke how other games take 15 hours to get a card, but for us, we need 115 cards to have equivalent of that other game. Yeah, that's true. I agree. And I talked about that a little bit last week. Emmy says it was a slow roll test. They were keep adjusting. Yeah, I agree. It was try it out, and it's easier to try it out and have the requirements up here and go down than it is to have the requirements down here and go up, right? Money's 9 says, I need to get some black foils put on land. 1 card will do the trick. Yeah, I've got my black foils in use and on my wagons. So I only have 2 black foils. They're both commons, but they do give a lot of points towards the wagons in the airdrops. Lady Sharon says, on Twitch, I was trying to play a guess the card game, and people weren't paying attention. They just tend to show up when you pull out the wheel, duck race. Yeah, there are people that they're just there to get their points, to get their glint. The idea is to support streamers. If this, in a lot of cases, it's so hard to get people to attend streams because there's just so many streams out there, right? So I really like the idea that Tails worked on and got approved through the team. I like the whole idea. It's just that there's not a whole lot of people streaming Splinterlands, and combine that with the whole idea of play to earn and Web3 games just being a very small niche anyway. So just keep chucking away at it. A lot of people will come back to your streams for your personality. Most people just love to get free stuff, right? Who doesn't like free stuff, right? So Lady Sharon says, also apparently the point thing in Twitch is only if you are an affiliate. Gathering says, time to build up that SPS bag. I've been buying a little bit of SPS this week since it's been down a little bit. But that's been kind of common. And a lot of that has been me me testing out the base network and how that works. Once again, if you're interested in that, I'll probably do a video this week coming up on it. Gathering says, don't know how people have thousands of vouchers. I don't know how many I have. It's not too many because they're slow to come in. I have 1,065, which is enough to like buy nothing. I mean, you could buy something, obviously, but I think about when I buy cards, I don't think about just getting the card for my collection. I think about, well, it's not just the cost of one BCX. It's the cost of what is it to buy that card at the level you need it at. Like if you play in silver or gold or diamond, what level of that card will you find usable, right? And then you got to calculate the cost of that. So Ivan talks about, I think it's from vouchers being given away to huge amounts of note holders. Yeah, it's true. My brother has a license, and it's generally, and he's running a node, so it's generally due to the price of those licenses. I don't know if they'll ever recoup, but hopefully they will. So. Banana says, I have 11.8 vouchers. I don't know. I just was not very tempted by the last card. Exclusive. I just was not that Tasoshi isn't a good card. I'm sure it is. I just wasn't very tempted by it. Now, the new one, the little dragon, I'm pretty tempted about. Okay, with that said, we're coming up on the hour. So one last time, and for the last 1,000 SPS, put in chat hashtag SPS to the moon and get your name in on a drawing. And this will be for the last 1,000, which will have made 5,000 SPS given away on this stream. So that goes to say thanks for stopping by my streams, and thanks for subscribing to the channel and all that, and leaving your likes. Appreciated, greatly appreciated. And Supreme Victory Studios is in the house. Banana says that wheel looks like a sweet vinyl record on gray vinyl. I've noticed how vinyl has made a comeback over the last couple of years. Been tempted to get my turntable out. Yes, I still have a turntable. It's actually my wife's. Kimosabi-san. That is a new name. Welcome to the show. Once again, you need a Splinterlands account to get this giveaway. Okay, there we go. Taking a look through the list just to make sure nobody's on there twice. Don't see anybody on there twice. Okay, here we go. Last giveaway of the day. Once again, thanks for stopping by. We'll do 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a spin and cross your fingers. And once again, I'll send all these prizes out directly after we're done here. And it is Karen, the big winner, the last winner. Karen, let me know your Hive name, your in-game Splinterlands name. Money's9 says it should be a better experience when we are not stacking up but buying and burning so we can drive the value. I just think that it is a combination of things. You have more things to spend your Glen on, so more choices. And second, we're towards the end of the set, and a lot of people have completed the set or got out of the set what they wanted, and they're just saving for the future. So, and Karen's Fauna Mystica. Oh, I know you. That is Gathering's better half, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Just kind of wrapping things up here. We gave away 1,000 SPS today, or 5,000. Power Daz, Emiwanti, Sudion, Beaker, and Fauna Mystica / Karen won 1,000 SPS each, and Crypto Beaver took home a Fanatic. So I want to thank you for dropping by and celebrating 5,000 members on my channel. And please, as I always say, like and subscribe. Go check out the people who are streaming Splinterlands as you can support them. I do appreciate that. So once again, please join me next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, where we have episode 129 of the Saturday Morning Stand-Up. Get out there and play some Splinterlands. Hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and once again, I'll see you in game.